Hi, my name's Kelly and I want to welcome you to class. For this class you'll need a sturdy armless chair and some water for hydration, and that's it. We're going to work a flow of body weight moves that are going to strengthen you from the tips of your fingers to your toes. Let's get warmed up. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders with your toes pointing straight ahead. Knees are soft. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale down. Inhale, reach up and pull down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale down. Inhale, reach up and exhale down. Squat. Little semi-squat, just halfway down. Sit back through the hips. Keep your chest facing forward. 4 more. 4, 3, hands are on the thighs. 2. Good. Now reach the right hand up. Now the left. Notice the palms of my hands are facing in, thumbs are back. So it's a quarter squat and a reach. 2 more. Alternating reaches up. Tap the toe. Now reach across. Swivel the feet and rotate through your hips. Thumbs point up. Reach up. 4, 3, 2, and across. 4, 3, 2. One more time, reach up. 4, 3, 2, and across. 4, 3, 2. Lunge to the side, side to side, shifting your weight. Reaching for the inside of your knees, hinging forward at the hips. 4, 3, 2, hold to the right. Sink down and pull back. Open your chest. Inner thigh stretch, chest stretch. 2 more times. 1 more time. Rotate round to the right and press your heel to the floor. Now, if you want to have your chair for balance, just stand behind it and hold on to it here, because this can challenge your balance a little bit. Stretching the calf. Lift the heel up. Step back a little further and bend down. Opening the front of the hip. Lift your chest up. Brace your core. Now let's combine those 2 stretches. Press the heel and bend the knees. Press the heel and bend the knee. Press the heel and bend the knee. 1 more time. Press the heel and bend the knee and open to the front. Opening through your groin, stretching your inner thighs. Drop your right shoulder down, look over the left. Other side, look over the right. 1 more time each side. Press the knee back. And again, press the knee back. Come to the center. Open the knees to the side. Toes go straight ahead, swiveling on your heels. Lift up and roll your shoulders. Now shift your weight side to side. Shift. Coming down to the inside of your knees. Reaching and hinging from the hips. 4, 3, 2, hold to the left. Sink down and pull back. And pull back. 2 more times. Stretch your right inner thigh and open your chest. 1 more time. Stretch and open. Rotate round and press your heel to the floor. Feeling that stretch in the calf. Again, holding onto your chair if you need to. Never any shame with holding onto the chair. Lift the heel up. Step back just a little further. Dip down. Feeling a stretch through the front of your right hip. Lift your chest and brace your core. Now let's press the heel to the floor and bend the knee. Press, straighten the knee, lean forward, and then come upright. 2 more times. Come upright and press and hold it here. Open to the front, opening through your inner thighs. Swivel the feet forward, squat down and lift up. Roll your shoulders back. We are warmed up and ready for our strength flow. Now, we'll be using the chair for our second series of movements, so keep it handy. We are going to start with just body weight. I'm just starting my timer. We're going to do each move for about 55 seconds. So you'll get lots of reps. This means you'll get good at doing each movement. We're going to concentrate on technique and form. Bring your feet a little bit wider than your shoulders with your toes slightly turned out to 10 and 2 if you were standing on a clock. We're going to do a sumo squat. Let's start now. Sitting back and lifting up. Now that works the legs. But now let's bring the core and back into the picture by adding a reach. Right hand reaches up. Now the left hand reaches up. As you squat down, you reach up. See if you can get your arm close to the side of your ear. Keep your chest lifted, but sit back through the hips. One hand is on the thigh for some support. One hand reaches as high as you can. Now feel free to keep going with your hands on your thighs just like this. This is fine, but if you want to get your whole body, you're going to do that reach. Makes it quite a bit harder. Last one. And now bring your feet in, about hip distance apart. Hinge at the hip and lift up. I'm going to give you the side view. Join me now. Hinge and lift up. Now you can keep your hands on your thighs to make it a little bit easier, and that's fine. Or if you want to make it more challenging, you're going to bring your hands across to your opposite shoulder. Hinge and lift. Brace your abdominals. That's really important. This is a great core strengthener. So make sure you're bracing your core as you hinge forward at the hips, strengthening your core, your back and front muscles of your torso, your glutes, your bottom, your hamstrings, the back of your thighs. One more. Now we're going to combine those two movements together. Ready? Sumo squat. Sumo squat. Now step in and hinge, either hands on the thighs or hands across the shoulders. Step out, sumo squat. Reach up. So we're just going to flow these two movements together. Hinge. Step your feet in. Bring the hands across to the shoulders or on the thighs. Either is fine. So you can do this with just your hands on your thighs. It becomes more of a lower body workout. When you bring the hands into the picture, your core is going to get a whole lot of work. Very integrated work, but definitely connected. Reach, sitting back, hinge, and again, hinge. Now let's learn our next move. It's a side lunge and a reach. Other side. Side lunge and reach down. Take a big step out to the side. Keep all 10 toes facing forward. Step out and lift up. Big step out. Push off. I love working body weight. It's so simple. There's nothing as simple and at the same time as interesting as working with your own body weight, because your body is your best and greatest tool. So we've got one more movement to add into this, and then we're going to combine all 4 movements into a big flow. Step out and step in. Now cross your leg behind. Cross and step in. So now your hips are staying square. See how my hips are square? That's what I want you to do. Keep your hips square to me. So if it helps you, put your hands on your hips, like I have, and keep your hips square to me. To make this more challenging, bring your hands beside your ears. Pull your elbows back. Sink down and press back through your upper body. You're almost there. This is a challenging one. Hands back, hinge a little bit at the hip. One more. Now side lunge to the right. Side lunge, reach down. Side lunge left. Cross back, right leg crosses back. Cross. Left leg crosses back. Side lunge to the right. Side lunge to the left. Cross back with the right leg. Hands up. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Yes. Side lunge. Cross back. Hands up. Side lunge. This is a tough one. Take a break if you need to. Keep going if you can. Now shake it out for a moment. We're going to put everything together. The sumo squat, the hinge, the side lunge, and the crossover. So this is going to be a big challenge, not just physical, but mental. Bring your feet apart, getting ready for that sumo squat with the overhead reach. Are you ready? Let's flow it. Back and up. Now step your feet in for the hinge. Hinge and lift up, tall. Hinge and side lunge to the right. Side lunge to the left. Crossover, arms up if you can, arms up. Sumo squat, here it is. Sumo squat, hand on the thigh, one hand reaches up, or both hands on the thigh. Hinge, step in. Hinge at the hip, like a weighted bowing. Bow forward, keep your spine long. Side lunge right. Side lunge left. Crossover, hands up. Squeeze between your shoulder blades. Don't go too low. Sumo squat. We're going to go through 2 more times. Hinge. Weight is bow. You're bowing. I bow to you, you bow to me. Side lunge. Side lunge, other side. Crossover. Hands up. Crossover. One last time. Sumo squat. Hand comes up. Other side. Hinge. Bow to the front or hands on the thighs if you prefer. Side lunge. Side lunge. Side lunge. Crossover. Hands up. Elbows back. Crossover. Very nice. Whew, that was a big challenge, wasn't it? Well, I've got another set for you, but you're going to need your chair. So come, bring your chair into the center of your space, making sure you have space beside it and in front of it. We're starting with a sit to stand squat, one of my favorites. Sit on the front third of your chair with your feet shoulder distance apart. You ready? Let's stand up. Up. Guide yourself back into the chair with your hands. Up. Guide back down. It's a lot, I know. Lift up tall. Bring your hands back into the chair. Guide yourself in. Now, if you want to make it more challenging, reach your hands forward. Lift up and reach forward. Sitting back. Lift up tall. Almost there. One more. Hold it down. Woo. Okay. I and Y in a seated position. So sit tall, lengthening from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Hinge forward. Lift up in an I. Come upright. So come upright. Now hinge forward into a Y and come upright. Hinge I. Brace your core. Y. Doesn't that feel challenging? If someone was looking at it, they'd probably think, no big deal, right? But doing it, if you're doing it properly, you're going to find that's really pretty challenging. Hinge forward. Now we combine them. We're going to do a sit to stand squat 2 times, an I and a Y. You ready? Let's put it together. In 3, 2, 1. Use your hands on the chair. Lift and sit down. Do it again. Lift and sit down. Now hinge forward. Hinge and come upright. Y and squat. Lift and sit back down. Lift and sit back down. Now I. Good. Y. Let's do that again. Lift and sit back down with control. Lift up. I and Y. Hinge forward as you do it. It's going to really work your core. This is a big core training class. I and Y. All right, now our next move is a sit to stand squat combined with a side lunge. So you're going to stand up and lunge to the right, step in and sit back down. Stand up, lunge to the left and sit back down. Here we go. Stand up, lunge to the right, step in, use your hands to guide yourself in. Up, side lunge, and sit back down. Again, up, side lunge, step in just a little. Don't bring your feet all the way together. Keep an eye in your peripheral vision of where your chair is. Use your hands to guide yourself down. Up, keep your hands close to the chair when you sit back down. Guide yourself in. I don't want you sitting down into space. Control it and sit back down. Good, do it again. Up, lunge, in and down. Last time. Up, lunge, in and down. Now seated T and W. Seated T and W. Here we go. There's a T, squeeze between your shoulder blades, and a W. Let's lean forward, hinging at the hips. T, and W. Engage the muscles in your back. T. Feel the muscles working as you hinge forward. You should also be bracing with your core muscles, like your core was a corset. So wrap, feel your abdominals wrapping around your midsection each time you hinge forward. We are almost there. Then we're going to combine it, and then we're going to put it all together. In a big flow. Now, sit to stand squat. Side lunge to the right. Sit down. Now, TW, T and W. Sit to stand squat. Sit to stand squat, lunge to the left. Step in, sit down. T and W. Sit to stand squat. Use your hands on the chair. Side lunge. Step in. Use your hands on the chair. T and W. Sit to stand squat. Side lunge left. Step in. Sit down. Use your hands. T and W. Let's flow this now all the way through. Sit to stand squat. Do that again. Sit to stand squat from the very top. Now I and Y. I and Y. Sit to stand squat, side lunge. Side lunge to the right. Step in and sit back down. T and W. This will make you think, right? Sit to stand squat. Side lunge to the left. Sit down. T and W. T and W. 2 sit to stand squats. Just sit to stand. Do that again. I and Y. Good. Sit to stand squat, side lunge to the right. Side lunge to the right. Step in. Use your hands. Guide yourself back down. T and W. Sit to stand. Side lunge to the left. Step in, guide yourself down. T and W. T and W. Sit to stand squat. We're going to go through 2 more times. Stand up, sit down, do that again, repeat it. I and Y. I and Y. Sit to stand squat, side lunge to the right. Sit back down, use your hands, T and W. Brace your core, sit to stand, side lunge to the left. Sit back down, T and W, and release. And we are done. Let's stretch. That was very challenging. So if you struggled a little bit with it, it's understandable because that was a big amount of work that was pretty much continuous and in a flow. So you deserve a well-earned stretch. Sit on the front third of your chair. And let's start with some spinal rotation to loosen up some of the torso muscles. Bring your left hand onto the outside of your right knee and bring your right hand onto the back of the chair. Lift up tall and look back over your shoulder as you rotate. Rotate back to the front, change sides. Right hand on the outside of your left knee, Left hand on the back of the chair, lift up and pull yourself around. And release. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale down and rotate round in your chair to the left so that you're sitting on the left side of your bottom. Bring your right leg back. So you're half on the chair, half off. Lower your right knee towards the floor and you'll start to engage a stretch in the front of the right hip. And that's what I want you to feel, right here. Bring your hand onto the bottom of the chair and take your right hand and reach up. And then lean towards the back of your chair and feel that opening through the front of your hip. And release. Bring that foot forward and rotate round to the other side. Step your left leg back, lower the knee, down. Feel a little bit of a stretch in the front of the hip. Lower the knee a little bit more and you'll engage it a little bit deeper. Take your left hand and reach up. Lean to the back. And release. Come back to the front. Stand up and come to the back of your chair. I'm just going to move my chair forward. It's easier for my space. Now hold onto the chair with one hand and let's stretch out the front of your thighs. You can either tap the foot back and scoop the tailbone under and feel an easy stretch, or to deepen the stretch, pick the foot up, holding onto the shin, the ankle, or the foot, roll your shoulder back and feel that stretch up the front of your thigh. And release. Let's do the other side. Come across to the other side of your chair. Find your balance on your right foot. Pick up your left shin, ankle, or foot and pull that in. And slowly release. Stand behind your chair. Shift your weight to the right. Shift your weight to the left. And come up. Facing forward, face me. Step your right leg forward and flex the ankle so that just the heel is touching. Hinge forward at the hip. And you'll feel a stretch down the back of your thigh and into your calf. And lift up. Let's do the other side. You can stay where you are. Flex the ankle so just your heel is touching. Hinge forward at the hip. And you'll feel a stretch down the back of your thigh and into the calf. And lift up. Roll your shoulders back. As you shift your weight, take a big deep breath in. Reach your hands to the side. Open your chest. Exhale, hands down. Take the right hand and reach up. Left hand on the thigh. Other side. And let's repeat that each side. Stretch up and across. And then just rotate side to side. Swivel the feet, rotate through the hips, roll your shoulders back 2 times. Whew, that was a big challenge. You made it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you had a great class, and I hope you feel proud of the work you did. That was such a challenge. Enjoy the rest of your day.